If you are 45 years old, just waking up to the reality of retirement, we need to have an honest conversation. You have a math problem. The standard financial advice you hear everywhere, you buy the S&P 500 and wait, is excellent advice for a 25-year-old. Why? Because a 25-year-old has 40 years of runway for their money to grow. You don't have 40 years. You have 15. You are operating in a time deficit, and when you are short on time, you cannot afford to be average. You need an engineered solution. I am Factor Dad. I'm a senior director in tech, not a financial advisor. I don't believe in hope as a strategy. Today, I am showing you the mathematical blueprint I use to compress 30 years of growth into 15. Let's look at the damage. This is the cost of waiting. Let's say the goal is to have $1.5 million by age 60. If you start at age 25, you only need to save $500 a month to hit that number. That is manageable. It's a car payment. But if you start at age 45, that number explodes. To hit that same goal, you need to save $4,500 a month. Why is the gap so massive? It's because compound interest is working against you. Think of it this way. A 25-year-old money has enough time to double 4 or 5 times. The market does the heavy lifting for them. Their $500 grows into thousands automatically. But at 45, your money only has time to double once because you missed those early doublings. You have to replace the missing growth with brute force capital. You have to pay for the lost time with your own cash. Most people see this number, panic, and try to fix it by gambling. They buy crypto, options, or meme stocks hoping for a lottery ticket. That is not engineering. That is suicide. We need a third option. The engineer goal is time compression. We cannot create more time. That variable is fixed. So to solve the equation, we must change the velocity of the money. We need your portfolio to work harder than the average market. We aren't looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. We are looking for efficiency. We need an engine that is designed to capture higher expected return than the S&P 500 over a shorter time frame. We need to target a 10% to 12% return rather than standard 8% to help close the gap. So how do we build that engine without taking reckless risk? We do it by upgrading the engine. This is why I don't just buy the total market and chill. The S&P 500 ticker VOO is a great fund, but it is a market cap weighted. That means it is mostly dominated by the massive, expensive tech giants like Apple, Google, and Microsoft. In financial engineering, we call the S&P 500 market beta. It gives you the market average, but remember, you can't afford average. To catch up, I tilt my portfolio towards small cap value. I use funds like AVUV. Small cap value companies are smaller, often boring, and profitable businesses that are trading at a discount. Historically, data going back nearly 100 years shows that these companies outperform the S&P 500. Why? Because they carry a risk premium. You get paid extra return for taking the risk of owning smaller, unloved company. I'm not smarter than the market. I am simply positioning my bucket where the rain falls the hardest. By tilting 30% of my portfolio to this engine, I am engineering a higher expected return to make up for my lost time. Strategy is useless without execution. If you are starting late, every single dollar needs a job. Here is the waterfall system for your paycheck. Step 1, the 401k match. This is non-negotiable. If your company matches 3% and you put in 3%, You just made 100% return on day 1. Do not skip this. Step 2, the HSA. Emphasize here, if you have a high deductible health plan, the health saving account is not for doctor's visits. It is a stealth IRA. It is the only account that is tax-free going in and tax-free coming out. Max this out and invest it. Step 3, the Roth IRA. Since we have less time for growth, we want the growth to be tax-free. If you earn too much, watch my previous video on the backdoor Roth IRA. Step 4, the catch-up contribution. Now this is good news. This is your superpower. The moment you turn 50, the IRS limit increase. You can put an extra $7,500 into your 401k. You effectively get a bigger bucket than the young guys. Use it. It's not too late to catch up, but the window is closing. You have to stop treating your money like a savings account and start treating it like a system. If you are ready to build, help me run the algorithm. Click subscribe to join the wealth engineering team. And if you are executing this plan, leave a comment below saying plan active. That tells me you are serious about closing the gap. Now that you understand the blueprint, you need the actual vehicle. Which funds? What percentage? Up next, I am breaking down the 4-fund portfolio, the exact tickers and allocation I use to target the time compression growth. Click the video right here and let's get to work.